These are the 8 levels of wealth that exist. I'm going to explain all of the different levels in detail to help you identify what level you are at and how to climb to the next level so your life improves. There is a linear progression in terms of moving between levels. You tend to go up or down one level at a time, but the difference in resources, control, and quality of life do not grow linearly as you move up a level. They grow exponentially. Someone 2 levels above you will have a stark difference in their everyday life compared to yours. Lastly, you'll notice there aren't any dollar amounts tied to any of these levels, and that's because you can't affix numbers to them. Each person's location, income, spend, and desires vary so much that even ranges aren't helpful. What matters is the underlying principle of each level, and you can determine which level you are at by which principles you have, not how much money you earn. This is level 0, not level 1, because someone at this level of wealth has $0. This is the true bottom of the rung. You have little to no financial resources and a very difficult time earning even a small amount of money. This is a bad place to be. Life is toughest down here, and climbing out of being truly broke and desperate is very difficult. If you have the ability to watch this video, you are not at level 0. At level 1, you are entirely dependent on another person to afford basic expenditures. This could mean you have very low personal income and have to rely on a partner to meet necessities. But this could also mean you are a student on a very limited budget because your primary focus is studies, not on working. Either way, someone at level 1 is beholden to another for necessities, and that leaves very little room for discretionary spending. This is not a good situation long term. Ideally, if you are in this stage, it is because you are a student or similar. If you are at level 1, you should push to get into the next level if possible as soon as you can. At level 2, you are partially dependent on another person to afford basic expenditures. But the change here is that you have some personal income stream, which affords you a bit more flexibility and control than someone at level 1. An example of a level 2 could be a full-time student, dependent on parents to pay for housing and school, but who works weekends to make some money. Another example could be a pair of roommates in an expensive city. Neither one can make their pricey apartment rent on their own, so they split the cost. But both roommates are working and have distinct income streams. As shown in the 2 examples, this level encompasses a broad range of circumstances, but is much better than level 1 due to the autonomy from a personal income stream. This makes a world of difference. Level 3 is the first big cutoff on this chart. Someone here is financially independent of others in that they bring in enough personal income to pay all necessities without requiring others' contributions. This is huge. You now have full control over a lot more of your life by paying for all your own stuff. This level doesn't mean you have an abundance of free cash, but it does mean you're independent. Someone at this level likely rents their own place, but that's not required either. Having roommates at this level is a choice, not a given. If you are here, especially in your early 20s, you are doing good. Being entirely self-sufficient, even if there is little left over at the end of the month, is a massive quality of life improvement over relying on others. It's good to remember that a lot of people get here too late in life. The goal now is to maintain this level of independence, i.e. not fall back into level 2, while growing income over the medium term to push into the next level. Level 4 is distinguished from level 3's independence by a simple factor. You can easily afford necessities and non-necessities from your personal income. You have meaningful discretionary income here. You can afford a nicer car, not just a cheap beater. You can go to restaurants, not just Chipotle. Notice how I haven't mentioned that you can afford to save and invest yet. That's because a lot of people get to this level and they don't invest. People spend years grinding to get where they have disposable income and then they dispose of it. Yes, you should invest aggressively. Yes, you should also spend on things you enjoy. For most people, this is the realistic ceiling they will hit in their journey, and that's not a bad thing. Quality of life at this level is very good. This is a reasonable place to settle into, and the majority of the population is at or below this level. You can really enjoy life here, and the band is very large, but you can still go higher. And for the few who do, things get really interesting. A simple equation denotes the difference between level 4 and level 5, and it's not an income amount. Someone making $500,000 a year can be at level 4. Level 5 means you can afford necessities and non-necessities without needing to work for someone else. Your income from investments covers and exceeds your living expenses. This means you can stop working at any time and be financially secure in perpetuity, though you don't have to quit working. Many people who achieve this level continue to work. What this level denotes is that at any point you can just stop and do whatever you want. This is total control and self-autonomy and offers a lot of psychic return. This level is the maximum that any normal person can reach, and life here is great. Level 6 is less of a straightforward progression than previous levels. At this level, you have full financial autonomy and such abundant income or wealth that you can easily afford true luxuries. Someone here can afford almost anything. You can live in any house you want in any city in the world. You can buy any car. You can travel as often as you'd like. This is substantial wealth, not just someone well off. This is really the 1% of people who make it to level 5. Another distinguishing factor is that getting here takes luck. Getting to level 5 is reasonable for a lot of people by making smart decisions. Getting to level 6 inherently requires luck and smart decisions. Level 7 is extremely rare, and I'm only including it for completeness. This level means you can afford to buy anything you want, truly anything a human can procure. This is only a handful of people in the entire world, and most of them have a Wikipedia page. I hope this helps you to evaluate your situation in life, to understand where you are, and gives you a meaningful goalpost to work towards. A lot of people never make it past level 3, and even fewer make it out of a low level 4. If you can break out of the center of the bell curve, things get really good. Success is not as unachievable as many people think. Thanks for watching.